We finally got to take advantage of the last part of our name and became foreigners for a week in southern Utah. In this video, we're north of St. George exploring Snow Canyon State Park. We were thoroughly impressed with how much you could do along the park's 4 miles of road. For $10 to $15 entrance, the park has 19 hikes that vary in skill level. Having 2 kids, we decided to focus on the shorter hikes with interesting landmarks they would enjoy. With that criteria, we settled on 4. The first was the Butterfly Trail. At 1.1 miles, this out and back trail has a moderate rating, taking you towards a beautiful sandstone shelf that descends into a small valley. The trail continues along the west side of a wall face until it turns out into the open desert. And the short walk through brings you to the trail's main attractions, the West Canyon Overlook and a large lava tube. Leaving Trang and the kids at the top, I scrambled down to look inside the tunnel and realized I wasn't interested in going much further. So after I climbed out, we took some photos and backtracked to Cora and headed on. Our second stop was the Sand Dunes Trail. At only a half-mile round trip, it's super short and you don't have to go in far to enjoy the soft sand. After playing for a bit near the main trailhead, we decided to cut the hike out completely by driving to the lot closer to the hike's primary dunes, where the girls had a blast playing in the red sand and watching their strange mama roll down the dunes until she regretted it. After that, we headed on to the next trail. Our third stop was the hidden Pinyon Trail across the road from the park's only campground. The trail's an easy 1-mile loop that has some sections of deep sand but also some great views. With the sun setting fast, Trang and the girls opted to stay back and relax in the van while I jogged the path to check it out. Even in a rush, the trail's pretty fun. It takes you into a small canyon through a couple of narrow sections that I thought the girls would really love. Once down in the canyon, it eventually opens up to a beautiful valley view before looping back towards the parking lot using the Red Sands Trail. Our fourth and final hike of the day was to Jenny's Canyon. While the out and back trail is super short at a half-mile round trip, it brings you to a beautifully sculpted slot canyon completely hidden from the road with the sidewalls towering hundreds of feet. Walking into the small space makes an impression, and the way the sound amplified inside had our girls talking up a storm. But with the sun well set, we couldn't stay long before making our way out. Jenny's Canyon was a great way to cap off such a rewarding evening in the park. Snow Canyon State Park was gorgeous, and we wish we could have seen more of it. From what we saw, it was a highlight of our trip, and it coupled well with our time in Zion and the areas heading out towards Kanab. We'll post those videos here once they're done, and you can always check out more from us all over California here. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you for watching.